Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa and today I am bringing you yet another tragic messy bun. But more importantly than that, I am bringing you a foundation review. And I am so excited, you guys, because I have had this foundation sitting on my dresser for literally a month. So I am ready to try it out. And as you can tell by the title, what we're going to be dealing with today is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Foundation in collaboration with Alyssa Ashley. So I am super excited about this. I'm going to do pretty much a full day's wear test, so I'm really going to test it out for you guys. So yeah, if you want to know my thoughts and opinions on this foundation, then let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, so jumping right on in, this is the bottle that it comes in, and I got mine at Ulta Beauty. So I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, like at a NYX store or NYX online, but I got mine at Ulta. At Ulta, this is $14.99, and you get 1 fluid ounce in the bottle, which is standard. This formula comes in 45 flattering tones that don't transfer, and pausing right there, this is one of the biggest reasons I was so excited to try this foundation, the fact that it comes in 45 shades right off the bat as a drugstore foundation. By now, when makeup brands launch foundations, they should come in so many shades to be inclusive, and if you are not, I am not interested. So that is the first and foremost reason I was so excited to go try this. One, because I love drugstore foundations, and two, because it is so inclusive to every skin tone. Continuing on, it says that every creamy shade glides on smooth, delivering matte coverage and color that stays true for up to 24 hours. That is a large claim. I will not be wearing it for 24 hours because I cannot stay awake that long, but just know that it says it. It says this little overachiever also works to control shine and mattify your complexion all day long, and suitable for all skin types. So I really like the claims it's making. As you guys know, or if you don't know, I have relatively oily skin, especially in my T-zone area. I prefer more mattifying foundations just because I want my foundations to last and not break down on me in the first hour. So everything that it's saying is something that I am jamming with. After prepping your face with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop primer, you can use a brush, a sponge, or your fingers to blend it in. And oddly enough, I also bought the Can't Stop, Won't Stop primer. So let me tell you about that really quick before we jump into everything else. This is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop matte primer. I'm not sure if there's a different one. I can't remember if there was more than one in the store. This is $13.99 at Ulta, and it says it says that the Can't Stop, Won't Stop matte primer will always go to the matte for you. This comfortable formula preps your complexion for super smooth foundation application and a matte finish. Just spread the creamy primer evenly over the skin and gently tap to set it. So I also bought this, like I said, and I'm going to use this in conjunction with the foundation. I know that that's not necessarily the smartest thing to do because my skin could like one and not the other, but I will continue to test these out. Before you guys see these videos, I will test out this primer with my own foundations and my other favorite primers with this foundation and give you the full lowdown as well, just so you guys know everything all together. Okay, so that is what the primer looks like. It is very thick feeling and very, very silicone-y feeling, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but those aren't always my favorite. It doesn't smell like anything. Oh my. Okay. I see why they tell you to tap to set it, because it like starts mattifying like instantly. Okay, alright. Be aware, this is not really for rubbing. Oh, okay. So already, I'm gonna bring you guys in so you can see this. Already you can see it peeling off my face. Right there. And can you see it on my nose right here? Like literally just like that. Like peeling off my skin. Okay, love that. Over here as well, you can see that. That's not dry skin. No, not dry skin. My skin is not dry. we're broken out, but it's not dry. Okay, so I'm gonna power through with that. With that being said though, this is probably gonna be something I really don't appreciate. But yeah, so, and that could have been my bad because I tried to rub it in the beginning, but typically if something is going to like ball off of your skin, period, at any time, that's not good. That's not what you want. But we're gonna work through it. It's okay. We're gonna keep powering through. I'm just seeing family today, so you know, ain't gotta look amazing, I guess. All right, so now I have 3 colors here because when I was in the store, I couldn't decide and I didn't want to keep staying to try and color match myself. So I bought the 3 closest to each other that I thought would work, and I'm going to test it out. Before we jump into that though, I want to just show you what the bottle looks like. So it comes in a really nice glass bottle, which I like. I always like when things kind of come in a glass bottle. It makes it appear more expensive than it is. It just comes all the way around like this. The top is of course plastic, and you do get a pump, which as you guys know, I love when foundations come with a pump. Okay, so out of those 3, I think Buff is going to be pretty close to my dang perfect match. That color is described as beige with a neutral undertone, which makes sense because I typically do get the foundations with a more neutral undertone. They just always seem to work the best for me. Medium Buff was too pink, and medium olive was too dark. It would be probably pretty perfect for me if I had like my tan on, but like I said, for today I'm using Buff. So if you guys have like a skin color kind of close to mine, hopefully that maybe gives you an idea if you struggle with picking out foundations. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of thick but kind of runny, so I think it's a pretty decent consistency. I am going to start off with 2 full pumps, and I'm going to dot this on one side of my face. So I'm going to do this side with the sponge. It does kind of have a slight smell to it, nothing crazy. So I'm going to do a little bit more just to see if I can build it up with the sponge as well, because it's really decently full coverage, but obviously you can still see a little bit of like the discoloration on my chin here. So we're just going to see if it is buildable, if I can put more on. So it definitely appears to be laying over itself really, really nicely. The color seems to be a absolutely wonderful match for me at the moment, which I like. We will see if obviously if it oxidizes or does anything weird throughout my time of wearing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another 1 pump to start off with, and I'm going to start on this side of my face. And I am also going to just do this. That way I'm testing out an even amount of product. And again, just like the other side, I'm actually going to add more just because I don't think the coverage is bad. Like, you can definitely get away with 1 layer, but it's not as quite as full coverage as I like. As you can see, there's a little bit of redness peeking through right here on my jaw and in this area around my nose. Obviously, when I'm going for full coverage, I want it to dang near look like I have, like, you know, just brand new skin on. So I'm going to add more and see with the brush, can it be built up just as well? Okay, so far I definitely don't think that looks bad. I definitely do not think it looks bad on camera. Again, still feels really lightweight. It does not feel tacky, which is really, really nice. So yeah, it doesn't look like, even surprisingly, it doesn't look like it's setting in my forehead wrinkle super bad, which is always a plus. Okay, so real quickly, I am going to just kind of speed through putting on my concealer. I want to see how it lays over top of this. If the foundation does something weird or makes my concealer do something weird. I am using my Tarte Shape Tape and Light Medium Honey as always, so I know how this performs. I know what I'm expecting, and hopefully we'll get the same thing. Okay, guys, I want to know if you can see this, if you can tell. But it looks like it took off the foundation when I rubbed my concealer on that. Do you see that? That nice little line that goes right here, and you can see where it's down the middle. And I can't get that to like blend away, and every time I move it, it just looks like it's getting worse. Like, look at that. And it's like breaking apart on the tip of my nose. Oh no. Okay, you guys, so I am back after finishing the rest of my makeup. It is currently 11:43. I have had this foundation on about an hour and a half now. It still feels really, really good. Very lightweight, like I have nothing on my skin. The color has not oxidized at all, so I am super happy about that. I think it is absolutely a beautiful match for me. My powders, so all like my contour, bronzer, blush, and highlight have laid beautifully on top of it, and it didn't move any of the foundation around like we had with the issue on my nose earlier. I will say that nothing much has changed from what I showed you, like my forehead, my nose, and my chin. Those areas still look a little bit dry and a little bit cakier than what I'd appreciate, but I am still kind of chalking that up to being the primer, not necessarily the foundation. I will know more as I continue to wear it throughout the day if it kind of breaks up anywhere else, since I didn't really put the primer on the perimeters of my face. But yeah, you guys, so far, I'm keeping an open mind, and I do like the way that it looks. I really do like the finish. But yeah, I'm going to continue to wear this throughout the day, and I will do my best to kind of check in with you one other time than my final check-in. It just depends on how my day's looking. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you think so far as of right this moment in the comment section down below. Do you think it looks good? Because I don't think it looks bad on camera. I think it actually looks like I got like pretty bomb skin. But yeah, you guys, I will just check in with you in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so I am back. I have long since lost my false eyelashes, and I know I said I was going to try and give you another check-in, but I was too busy having fun at my granddad's surprise birthday party, and then I got home and I've literally been editing for like 4 hours, so it totally slipped my mind, so I am so sorry about that. But anyways, we're going to move on and wrap this video up. So it is currently 9:23, and that means I've had this foundation on for roughly 10 hours now, so I think this is definitely a good time to kind of compile all my thoughts and opinions. I will say that sitting down now is the first time I have really looked at myself in the mirror since earlier this morning. So based off the feeling of my face alone, it still feels really, really good. It still feels very lightweight, practically like I'm wearing nothing. I am a little bit more aware of it in kind of like my T-zone in this area. But I mean, I'm an oily individual. I kind of thought I would feel that way. I did not touch up at all today as usual. With every one of these reviews, I never blot or touch up or do anything, just to give you guys a total and completely honest review so you can see what's happening on my skin. Okay, so like I mentioned, you can see now that it is really settled into the fine lines around my mouth. The chin area still looks pretty much the same to me as it did earlier today, so that's really good. However, in the nose region, if you guys can see this, it is so cakey and even kind of split up in this area right here. Do not mind these marks because I've had my glasses on for like 4 hours while editing, so I know that was me, not the foundation. Obviously, you can still see the line as before because that was a big problem this morning. And I do think it looks pretty cakey all the way around here up in my upper lip region as well. With my forehead, I don't think it looks terrible in between my brows, but it's much cakier than I would like. So even though I'm relatively cakey in my T-zone area, I am less cakey than I anticipated myself being. Honestly, with the way the primer performed this morning and the way my nose started off looking as soon as I added the concealer around it, I truly believed that my face was going to look a lot like it did in the One Heck of a Blot review that I did. If you haven't seen it, I will link that down below. But my skin looked terrible. Everything was separated. It was just a hot and nasty mess. And I truly believed that with the way that this applied this morning, especially around my nose area, that this area was going to look 10 times worse than it does. So I am still quite positive that the foundation is really, really well. I did used to use a Makeup Forever mattifying primer that was a lot like this one, and that one didn't work out for me well. So I have a feeling that this is still the thing that's maybe not for me. With that being said, please do not forget to check in the description bar, because by the time you see this, I will have worn this primer under my current favorite foundation, and I will wear my current favorite primer under this foundation, so I will be able to tell you guys if this instance was a primer problem or a foundation problem, or heck, it could have been a both problem. They could not be good for me. I know you run the risk of things like this happening when you try 2 new base products at one time, which is why I'm telling you that I'm going to test these out separately, so you guys can have all my full final thoughts and opinions written down below, so you guys can know all the details. But yeah, so with all of that being said, I am going to say that I do quite enjoy the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I truly think that this is actually done a very good job today. I really liked the formula. It wasn't too heavy. I really liked the coverage. I thought it was really nice that you could actually build it up or kind of wear a little bit less for a more natural kind of a look. I do think that it helped mattify my oil very well. Now that could have been in conjunction with the primer, but hard for me to tell. But like I said, I did expect me to be more broken up in my T-zone area, so they are doing what they claim to do. I think for having had this on for 10 hours that my face still looks really good. I honestly, like I said, I expected it to look a lot worse, so I'm pleasantly surprised. So I definitely think for 15 bucks you guys should check this foundation out. It's definitely worth you going and buying a bottle and at least trying it out for a day or two. If not, return it. You didn't lose anything. But I think that this may be a contender with my matte and poreless. So I'm really excited about that, because I love when I find good drugstore foundations, because you tend to go through foundations the quickest. And so I don't always want to spend 30 to 40 bucks on a foundation. So this is really exciting. So yeah, you guys, this definitely gets a big thumbs up from me. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video and that my thoughts and opinions were helpful to some of you in any way. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!